I'm Gregor.
And I'm Megan.
And this is our BBC School Report.
Every year, many teenagers take the next step in their broad general education by choosing their subjects for third year.
Across the UK, this subject choice is a different experience for every pupil and can put a lot of pressure on students involved.
Teachers in the school are heavily involved in this transition, so to find more about this topic, we have interviewed a guidance teacher based in the Gordon Schools Huntley and about their feelings and more about how this transition works.
What is your opinion on the format when it comes to subject choice?
It's really good because it makes sure that you get a really good experience in the broad general education. So you're expected to pick a subject from each curricular area, and you also get to have a free choice. You get to do something that you're really, really interested in. So there's a wee bit of flexibility there so that you can build upon for the future.
Have you felt like there's been a time where it hasn't worked for a certain people?
Yes, that's always the case, because sometimes pupils, even as early as S2, have a definite idea of what career they might want to do, or they might have a definite idea of even just what they're interested in, and that always doesn't work out. I've actually just taken a phone call from a parent where her daughter's really interested in social subjects. I would like to do more of that but less of the technologies. But unfortunately we aren't really able to sort that out for everyone, so we just encourage everyone to do what they enjoy most, and consider what they'd like to take on in the future, and then if they need to, they can tweak it when they get a wee bit further up the school.
Okay. So I know you've said you really, really like the format, but if there was anything you could change, what would you change about it?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if I would change much, to be honest. I think that we offer a really good range of subjects here. I would like to see further up the school as offering more subjects at different levels, so I'd like to see more subjects offered National 3 and things like that. But I think that we do a really good job at the school, and the majority of pupils do tend to get the subjects that they've picked, so it's tricky. We don't always get it right for everyone, but I think we do our absolute best and we support everyone to get the best out of the time they have at the school.
So the last thing we'd like to ask you is, what is the main piece of advice you would give to people going through this transition?
Okay, my main bit of advice would be, I know that you're still pretty young, but if you have an idea of what career you're interested in, do your research. So find out what subjects you might be expected to take, what level you might have to study them up to. If you need to go to college or if you need to go to university, do a bit of research with that as well. That way you can make sure you choose the right subjects. I would also say that if you don't know what you want to do when you're older, which is perfectly fine as well, you're all still really young, do what you enjoy. Because if you enjoy it, that's half the battle. If you find out that you're enjoying these subjects, then you'll probably work well at them and get good results.
As well as asking teachers on their opinion about subject choice, we also ask students on their transition.
We also interviewed 2 S3 pupils on their experience of the subject choice.
Do you feel like the format for choosing subjects is working for you, or do you feel like you have limitations?
I feel like the columns sometimes don't match up to what you want, but apart from that, I think it's fine.
I think that some of the subjects work very well, but others not as much.
Well, it really depends what you're into, because if you're into one thing, but that's only in one category, you can't really pick it again. So it's quite hard sometimes.
If you could change the format, what would you change?
I'd maybe make there like another free choice subject.
It doesn't work as well for you.
Because there's three techies in one section, then there's home economics, but then what if you're not into either of those? It's quite hard because you're not into either of those, so you have to pick one.
How are teachers and staff supporting you during this transition?
They're doing okay. They're telling us what to help with, but I think they're doing okay. They should maybe, because they don't really describe what to do, they just say here it is.
Some of the teachers are supporting us, but others not as much, and it would be nice to know more what's going to happen in S3.
In Scotland, children begin their secondary education at the ages of 11 to 12 and often leave school to attend college or university at the age of 16 to 18.
However, across the world, education is very different for students.
Do you feel like you made the right choices last year, or do you feel like you could have made better ones?
No, I think there was some choices that I would have liked to have taken, but I think after doing them for a year, I was glad I took what I did.
I think the choices that I chose were really good.
Do you think you're going to have to alter many of your choices from third year?
I'm keeping most of them.
Last year.
No, I'm taking the same subjects.
So have any of the subjects that you chose in second year been different from what you expected?
No, not really.
No, not really. They've been pretty much the same.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.